Hello everyone and welcome! I recently took out my MST CMX based 1973 Ford Bronco, which I haven't driven in a while. I've had this truck for several years now, and I've been slowly modifying and improving the appearance of this truck over time. You may remember the last video I made with this truck where I added some inner fenders and this jerry can. I really like the way this truck looks and its performance. This CMX chassis is solid, and I still think it's one of the best values as far as 10-scale crawlers go. One thing that I quickly noticed while driving is the tight turning radius compared to my other trucks, thanks to the shorter wheelbase and the impressive amount of steering angle. An all-around really solid truck with some pretty impressive performance and always a lot of fun to take out on the trails. Today though, I'm going to be adding a few new parts to this rig that I think are going to further improve this truck's appearance. One performance-related thing that I noticed while driving was the suspension has a bit more droop than I probably want, especially with the battery installed. I believe the kit included a number of spring options, so I might try a different setout at some point in the near future. I imagine that the weight of the inner fender pieces has contributed somewhat to this. The first thing that I did though today was replace a rear magnetic body mount which broke at USTE. These 3D printed body mounts are not the strongest and could definitely benefit from a redesign. However, being that they are so easy to replace simply by 3D printing a new one, there just isn't much incentive to modify the design. They're almost disposable in a way. With that new mount in though, let's move on to the front grille. I'm really excited to be finally installing this custom designed and 3D printed grille I made for this truck a while back. As you can see, it's far more detailed than the grille on the truck now, which came with the body. My original intention was for this grille to fit just like the stock one, but clearly something got messed up, so a little more hacking than anticipated was required to make it fit. While it's not the best fit overall, this grille is definitely the look that I wanted, so I went ahead and glued it to the front. As you could probably guess, the tape was there to keep the grille in place while the shoe goo that I used to secure it dried. I was tempted to paint this grille, but I thought that the matte black resin that it was printed in looked pretty good as is, so I won't be doing any painting on it at all. I really love how it looks, both the color and the design. I cut out the stock headlight lenses from the front of the truck, which I'll still be using with this grille, so I glued them in place. At some point, I do plan on adding LEDs to this Bronco. With a few modifications, I should be able to use the light buckets that came with this body. I'll be doing that at a later time. Another thing that I plan on doing is making some kind of radiator or something to go behind the grille, since you can see through it quite easily, and because of this I feel like I need to add some details behind the grille to improve the scale look of the front and so that you can't see too far in. The STL files for this grille have been posted over on Patreon if you'd like to print one of these for your own project. It fits this Tamiya body, but not great as you've just saw, so be aware of that. Again though, I love the overall design. It's custom but definitely reminiscent of the factory grille. A subtle improvement over what was there before, which is what this build is all about. Little by little, this Bronco keeps looking better. One additional item I wanted to add was one of our rear view mirrors. We offer two different sizes and both left and right hand drive configurations. This one here is our smaller size angled for left hand drive vehicles. I'll be sure to put the link below in the description if you'd like to get one for yourself. Although painting will always look best, these look pretty nice right out of the bag, so to save a little time, I simply colored the mirror section with a silver Sharpie before gluing this mirror to the windshield. It's a small detail, but it looks pretty cool once in place. Now I am already working on an interior piece that I can install over top of the chassis, which will hide all of the electronics and the inside of the body below. More on that in the future. For now though, I'm loving how this Bronco looks. Every time I work on this rig, it looks a little better than before, and that new grille especially looks so good on the front. An all-around really cool vehicle that I look forward to working on more and getting out onto the trails with again. But with all these new items installed, I'm going to wrap up this video right here. As always, I hope you enjoyed it, and of course I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.